What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Another video and another rogue deck on my new named YouTube channel, Rogue Deck Builder, Rogue Deck. Yeah, another one. As I mentioned it, Alolan Muk and Durant, probably the most interested deck that I built in a few months. I'm a huge fan of Durant cards, the old school one that was actually printed with the war from Novel Victories. For each Durant in play for 1 metal energy, was able to, or for the double course, I think it was 1 metal energy, was able to discard one card from your opponent top deck, and that was a very interesting deck. I mean, back then it was a cool deck with junk arms and stuff like that. And today we have actually Durant with Mountain Munch that can actually, for double course energy, discard the top 2 cards of our opponent's deck, which is not that super good and super strong, but still, we only have 4 copies of double course energies. Yes, it's true. But since we are not going to be able to draw any prize cards, I mean, theoretically we can draw some prize cards with the Shadow Seeker and with that Gunk Shot, with help of the Counter Energy and double course energy in combo. But yeah, I mean, once our opponent managed to take the prize card, we can also use advantage of Counter Energies being played on that Durant for the Mountain Munch, and this is going to be very, very important. So overall, the Mountain Munch is not super strong. I mean, it's, you know, average mill out attack. But what makes this deck actually strong is definitely that Adventurous Appetite, Alolan Muk, which says that when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemons during your turn, you might look, actually when you play Muk from your hand on the Alolan Grimer, you can look at the top 6 cards of your opponent deck and discard any number of item cards you find there. So theoretically we can then have discard our opponent top deck with Mountain Munch from 2 cards up to, let's say if we play 1 Muk, in theory up to 8, if we get lucky by finding like 6 item cards, right? So that's just insane. I mean, theoretically, we can do that over and over again as long as we have those Alolan Grimers on the bench, and with the help of the Super Scoop Up, we're gonna be able to discard super quickly our opponent cards. I mean, it definitely works. I tested this deck out and it works perfect. I mean, the deck list is just good, and you're gonna be wondered how good this deck can actually be. I mean, the most important thing is that as long as we can discard very important cards from our opponent top deck, like escape ropes, switch cards like escape boards, Guzmas, and once we just lock our opponent with something in the front that can't retreat, we can just start using those Mountain Munches and discard our opponent cards on the top of the deck. Still, our opponent needs to take 6 prize cards, which is not super easy, but then again, it's 6 turns in a worst possible scenario to mill out our opponent, which is, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, but in some situations it might be. It all depends how many trainer cards or actually item cards we can discard with the Muk, and then the rest with Durant. So moving on to the deck list, we're going to find 4 copies of Grimer, 4 copies of Muk, featuring 4 copies of Durant, 2 Marshadows with a Let Loose, and 1 Absol for that extra retreat. That's pretty much all from the Pokemon lineups, running 4 copies of Counter and 4 copies of double course energies in this build. And then moving on to the item cards, we're going to find 2 copies of Counter Catcher, 2 Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammer, as well as 2 Plumeria cards, so we can discard 2 cards from our opponent. We can discard 2 cards from our hand in order to discard energy from our opponent's Pokemon in play. For the setup, 4 Nazball, 4 copies of Ultra Ball, as well as 4 copies of Super Scoop Up, and then 1 Pal Pad and 2 Rescue Stretchers, so we can recycle back some of the supporter cards and Pokemons. And then moving on to the supporter lineup, there is actually 10 draw supporters in total, 4 Cynthias, 2 Erikas, 2 Judges, and 2 copies of Lillie, so we can have all different kind of draw supporter options available. Then I decided to go only with 2 copies of Guzma and 2 copies of Plumeria, because I'm running also 2 copies of Counter Catcher, so I felt like I'm not gonna need probably more than 2 Guzmas anyways. And this is gonna be the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. So yeah, make sure to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos if you already didn't. So yeah, see you in the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and we're just trying to see, if this is complete, mistake, or if it's complete success. So, when you start with the Marshadow, when you play 4 copies of Super Scoop Up, you don't need to worry too much because you always have a backup plan. In case of that, you can simply scoop your Marshadow. I would love to get maybe a Nazball here or maybe Grimer so I can have backup retreat option available. There we go. That's a perfect combo there. Let's see if I can flip heads on the coin flip for that Marshadow. I can. I'm gonna risk with my Durant in the front. More than that, this is gonna be one Ultra Ball. For nothing less but for a Absol, so I can prevent maybe my opponent from being able to retreat. And then I'm gonna let loose him down to 4 instead of the 6. And I will try to expand my bench a little bit if it's somehow possible. So far, nope, but I have Lillie available for 5, so this can be a very good turn for me as well. It would be such an amazing turn if there was at least one more Grimer available, because turn 2 would be such a devastating for my opponent with that Muk play. I don't want to even try to comment that or think about that. So anyways, there's a Lillie for 5 straight away. He top decks Lillie from Marshadow, so he saves his day. Still, he can Stellar Wish and hope to get some item cards. At least I know that he won't be able to retreat this turn, or maybe deal some damage without switch card, and I hope this is just not gonna happen. Anyways, there is a Guzma. Oh, Lighting Energy attached to Jirachi, so this is horrible for my opponent. Really, it is. It's not even something better for me, to be honest. Actually, what I'm doing, I'm not gonna try to burn those energies for now. Let's see what we can discard. Just one one Energy Lotto, that's complete mess. Really, it is. And more than that, Mountain Munch for maybe... This app is an Ultra Ball, it's a decent discard, to be honest. Really it is. Really it is. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I decided not to burn those Crushing Hammers. Gonna rather keep them to maybe disrupt Zapdos instead of just Jirachi. But with that energy in his discard pile, he can use advantage of Tapu Koko Prism. And my opponent's hand is dramatically huge right now. He has like 10 cards available and he's just constantly drawing more resources. And we're gonna see one Escape Probe here probably, maybe for the knockout. Absol can actually survive one hit. I have Guzma, so I don't need to worry too much anyways for the following turn. The only card that I need is maybe another... Super Scoop Up wouldn't be that bad. So I can scoop my Muk. That would be amazing. As the thing's looking right now, I'm discarding my Counter Energy for sure. And another Escape Probe drawn by my opponent. Horrible hand for him. He has so many cards, but no sign of Zapdos for attack. Luckily, I managed to discard one as well as the Ultra Ball, so if I can keep going in that direction, this is definitely going to be a win situation for me, no doubt about that. Let's go for another Grimer. Let's see if we can flip heads on the coin flip. Yes, we can. So Guzma is ready to rock and roll. Putting my only Durant in the front, and I'm using my Mountain Munch once again. Ooh, Guzma and a Skateboard discarded. That's interesting. Very nice discardment, and this is my favorite version of Energy, but from 2011 to 2010 year, if I'm not wrong. So those promo energies from Hard Gold, Soul Silver era are my favorite energies. Speaking about reverse foil energies. Okay, speaking about Stellar Wish, let's see what my opponent can do. He had 2 Escape Probes available, so he just needs one Zapdos. There's like 33 cards in his deck left. And another Escape Probe. Are you serious there? He definitely needs to play them. He have like 3 Escape Probes in his hand. This is just amazing. Next turn I might be able to discard up to 8 cards if everything went good. Actually, let's go with the Marshadow because I have Rescue Stretcher in my hand. So if he can potentially knocks my Marshadow out, then I can Rescue Stretcher for Marshadow and let loose my opponent in hand, which is huge. And I can maybe get another copy of Grimer for the bench. We shall see that. I'm also gonna need another Durant as well. Yeah, he's forced to use another Stellar Wish there. Really, really bad luck for my opponent so far. He can't get those Zapdos in play. And he didn't find nothing with that Stellar Wish. Yeah, and there we go with the Rescue Stretcher. So finally he can pull that Zapdos. But he needs also Escape Aboard and... or maybe just another Escape Rope as well in order to do some damage. Guzma for Durant. Alright. And he was able to hit exactly for 80. What a mess. Anyways, I have my Muk available. So hopefully I can throw out some of the item cards. One Escape Board. Well, not the best, not the worst. That's for sure. This is going to be a let loose play. I knew I should let loose him much more earlier. Put a Pokemon. Well, let's go with Durant. I mean, being able to get, you know, some sort of Super Scoop Up is always good because you can just put your Marshadow back in your hand. You can let loose your opponent if you want to do something like that. So let's see. Let loose. Coming back into my hand. And I'm ready to go with the Cynthia. And the most important thing here is that I managed to pull a Nazball for another Grimer. Yep, I will definitely try to scoop another Muk. Unfortunately, no luck this time. And there we go. Guzma and Escape Probe discarded. So far, he have 3 Escape Probes in his discard pile, as well as 3 copies of Guzmas. And definitely bad position for my opponent. Really it is. Right now, I'm in the range of being able to use my... How many Escape Boards? 2 Escape Boards. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm also in the range of Counter Catcher play, because my opponent right now has 5 prize cards. I'm still on the 6. And until the end of the game, I'm gonna stay on 6 prize cards. No question about that. I also have Judge available. But as the thing's looking right now, I'm probably just gonna go with the Cynthia anyways. I needed that extra heads on the coin flip so I can scoop another Muk from play and theoretically have 2 adventurous appetites at my following turn, potentially discarding up to 14 cards in just a single turn is just amazing. There we go with Professor Skukui, so it's going to be knockout if there's going to be a skateboard play. If not, he won't be able to retreat. But looking at my opponent discard pile, he have like 3 Escape Probes, 3 Guzmas, 1 Switch, 2 Escape Boards. So it is just out of the resources so far. I see that. He burns so many resources that I'm just looking forward next turn to discard maybe even more available resources, and as long as he's using that Stellar Wish, he's preventing himself from being able to attack, which is just, you know, bad thing to do. However, there is another Nazball, which is going to be for another copy of Zapdos, and he have 2 copies of Zapdos right now in play. And more than that, I think without switch option for my opponent, this turn is over, but maybe also the game as well. Alright, he flipped the hands on the coin flip, very important. I'm gonna go with something like 30 more for each energy in your opponent. Your opponent's Pokémon's poison. Yeah, we can do that. And we can play Cynthia, why not? Absol can also attack, theoretically. Come on, give me some item cards. Just one Electro Power. Wow, that's amazing. You have also that Tapu Koko GX available. I need some Crushing Hammers as well. Energy and Nazball discarded. Right now he have 2 energies in discard pile. But he also needs a switch option to retreat that Tapu Koko, and he is out of the range of being able to use that Stellar Wish, meaning that potentially next turn I can find myself a Crushing Hammer, and I can maybe start to discarding those Lighting Energies from those Zapdos in play. "24 cards left. I will definitely need to scoop somehow that Muk from play, and I buy myself a turn there, and I'm ready to go with the Cynthia. Let's see what we can get. Super Scoop Up and a Crushing Hammer. Let's just try to go first with the Crushing Hammer Tails. Alright, so Pal Pad for Plumeria and Guzma. Come on, B-heads. I really need it. Tails, another one. Okay, unlucky me. Nazball and Erika's Hospitality discarded, or am I miss something? It was not Erika, it was something else. It was Nazball and something else. But never mind. Still good situation for me. I still have the Counter Catcher. As long as I can prevent my opponent from jumping in with Tapu Koko, it's good. But even if he can do that, and even if he can knock my Durant out, not gonna happen. Not gonna be big deal anyways. So I'm out of my Super Scoop Ups. I'm not gonna be able to play Super Scoop Up anymore in this game. However, I can play Erika's Hospitality, try to find maybe something that I can disrupt my opponent. Nope, nothing. Just another Mountain Munch for Energy and Thunderous Mountain. As long as I can keep discarding those energies, that's also going to be a big deal. So far, there's like 5 energies in my opponent's discard pile. It is my turn, and my top deck is just another Counter Energy, and we're going to go with another Mountain Munch and see what we can discard. Jirachi and Absol, so 2 Pokemons discarded. Not that bad, down to 15. Still, remember that my opponent needs to take 5 more prize cards in order to win this game. There's a Guzma play, perfect. Another Mountain Munch for what? Zapdos and Lillie, perfect. Alright. 2 more cards discarded. 1 Drow Supporter, which is not that bad. I think he's probably going to lose this game as long as he can't attack. And right now I also discarded that Thunder Mountain, which was a very important thing. And then again, I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen next. Will there be some kind of surprise from the other side? Yeah, he decided to go with the energy. Still, he cannot retreat. This might be a bad thing for my opponent. I'm ready to use that. Counter Catcher play. Not quite sure how smart that Counter Catcher play was, because right now he's in the range of that Dance of the Ancients. But never mind. I decided to use it because then again, if he wants to attack, he needs to pay 3 retreat cost, which is a big retreat cost. And it's just not gonna happen that easily. Or on the other side of the field, I can, for example, knock Jirachi out, hitting for 90 with my Absol. Yeah, I can easily do that if I want. There's Professor Skukui. So he's down to 7 cards, right? Down to 7. Zapdos can theoretically knock my Durant out with Electro Power and Energy. Hitting for like, actually with 2 Electro Powers and Energy, because with 1 it's just 60. But 7 cards left. And there's a switch. This is going to be knockout for sure. True retreat cost. Yeah, I'm ready with the Guzma anyways. I have enough Durants available for the knockout, and this is gonna be the knockout. Here we come, boys. Knockout against my Durant. We'll just bring another Durant and Counter Energy Guzma play. But before that, I need to burn that netball from my hand as well. Or maybe I should not do that, because I also have a very low amount of the cards left. Dangerous Assault, 100 damage. I mean, I can knock this bird out, but I guess I'm not gonna do that for now. My main focus will be just to eliminate my opponent. Pokemon's out anyways. Actually, his energy is not Pokemon, is what I'm talking about. Another Mountain Munch. What we can discard? Ooh, Shrine of Punishment and Tapu Koko discarded. That was very important discardment. Right now, without Tapu Koko, he can't actually jump in and knock my Durant out, so he will need to find a way to get another switch option there, or this is going to be a GG because he has only 4 cards remaining. And I'm not quite sure if he is capable to do something else in this matchup. He's thinking too much. I'm not quite sure why it's taking him so long. There's Electro Power. And another one, so that's 70 so far. And I think that's 100. Well played. That's the knockout against my Durant. And I'm ready to do another Guzma Durant play for 2 cards from my opponent top deck, but right now I'm definitely ahead of my opponent with the cards number, so I'm definitely gonna go with the Nest Ball play. That's the play here. So he decided to throw down Cynthia, so he's down to 5. Maybe he's trying to find... Oh, Rescue Stretcher also discarded. Okay, so I guess that's it. I guess that's it, pretty much. He's drawing 1 card from the prize cards, right? So that means that he has like 1 more card to have. But then again, it can knock my Durant this turn, but what's going to happen next turn? How in the world he's going to take another prize card? It is just a pure mystery. And I might even get lucky here by top decking some sort of, you know, Crushing Hammer, Plumeria play or something like that, or maybe not. I do have Plumeria as well as Rescue Stretcher. Alright, good to know, good to know. Definitely good to know. Another Mountain Munch, down to 3. I'm very close for the win here. I think that was a choice but in another energy card. And really, there's like 3 energies in his discard pile and 4 attached in play. And what is going to happen next? So my opponent is down to 2 cards. I'm very, very close of winning this game. This game takes so long. I mean, probably around 25 minutes or something like that. It's just taking the ages. So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. I'm a very patient person. I'm just trying to see if there's any possibility or any possible outcome that my opponent actually can do in order to win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another switch. All right, so another switch pulled from nowhere will actually let my opponent to deal some damage. So in the front, I'm going to promote Muk because he's the only tank who can actually absorb knockout from my opponent, Cynthia. Then again, he's drawing 6 new cards. I personally wouldn't waste Cynthia that easy. So he made 2 mistakes by playing those Cynthias, in my opinion. So we're putting that Muk in the front, which was maybe not the best thing in the world. But then again, I'm gonna shuffle back 3 Durants. And I'm gonna sit and wait. Actually, I can play Lillie first. And I can set that Durant down to the bench. So I would win the game if I played a little bit smarter and if I just promoted Absol in the front, but never mind. I guess I'm still gonna win. I don't think he have another Guzma. Probably he have. Probably he's playing 4 Guzmas. I mean, look at this deck list. Oh, 4 Guzmas in discard pile. Okay, so I don't need to worry too much. 2 escape ropes, 2 escape boards, 4 Guzmas, 3 escape ropes, 2 switch cards, 3 switch cards. Oh my goodness. And another Rescue Stretcher. Okay, Rescue Stretcher can actually help him to. Oh, he's gonna knock me out with a Tapu Koko. Oh, I actually like that because then I can finish the game with the Mountain Munch. So that's quite perfect for me. So this is gonna be photo finish play here. Very intense, very intense. I mean, he can definitely use that Tapu Koko. 2 Rescue Stretchers. I wouldn't expect to see 2 Rescue Stretchers, but since it's just, you know, pure Zapdos Jirachi deck, then it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So still question remains, is it for him good to go right now with the Tapu Koko? He decided actually to go with the Tapu Koko. Oof, that was very close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in his hand. So even if he plays Cynthia, he will deck himself out. So the only card that can actually save him will be the Marshadow Jirachi play. Any of those cards can actually win him a game. Otherwise, the game is over. I mean, if he can't recycle some of the cards right now back in the deck, then the game is over because I have Counter Energy for that Mountain Munch. Okay, so Sky High close. And I'm promoting my Durant. It was a very close game. I mean, no question about that. So I can Mountain Munch him and discard the last card from the top of the deck, which was Kukui, and he don't have cards to continue drawing, and that's the GG. So yeah, at the end, I managed to win. I mean, I would probably win a couple turns before if I was able to flip that heads on the coin flip when I needed that Alolan Muk back into my hand. And also Absol was very good in this matchup because he helped me to prevent my opponent from being able to retreat with Jirachi. And yeah, overall GG. I mean, what else to say? What a nice performance by this deck. So it is definitely possible to play mill deck in the standard format with Durant. So I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, sub to the channel for more videos, and make sure to let me know in the comments below, did you like this deck? So till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.